Coming up on Torrance today, Santa Claus arrives in town for a 2-week tour of the city. A neighborhood in South Torrance celebrates the season with a decades-long tradition, and the Torrance Theater Company spreads some holiday cheer with its latest production. It's all coming up right now on Torrance Today. Welcome to Torrance Today. I'm Kirk Lyons. It's 4 p.m. on Tuesday, December 5th. I hope your day is going great. Thank you so much for joining us. Here's our first story. Hundreds of community members show up at the Torrance Courthouse parking lot to greet Santa Claus during his first stop on his 12-day tour through Torrance.
Good, but sometimes I've been a little bad, but I've been mostly good.
I love the honesty. What about you?
I've been good and bad.
Oh, good and bad. What about you?
I've been good. I told Santa I want a fabulous Lightning McQueen, and I love watching Cars 3. He already checked my list. Mario Kart, glow stick, remote control car, Paw Patrol lookout, and new scooter.
This is what a parent is being about, seeing your kids happy, putting a smile on their face and working hard, doing what you have to do, sacrificing just to make sure that your kids had everything that me and my fiance had when we were little and even more.
It really gives you such a close-knit, small-town feeling. I know I moved to Torrance in 2009, and I didn't have kids yet, and it was my favorite moment when Santa came down the street, and it just felt like something from another time and another place. We're right outside of a real big city. It just gives it a really close community feeling. I think that's so important.
The Santa Float is the work of the Torrance Police Officers Association. The annual tradition dates back to 1969. This year, Santa will visit a total of 10 locations, giving out about 30,000 candy canes. If you couldn't make it out last night, you can catch Santa tonight from 6 to 8 p.m. at Gunser Park, located at 17800 Gramercy Place. For a complete list of days and locations of where Santa will make his stops, visit torrancepoa.com. Another holiday tradition is taking place in the city. The Seaside Holiday Lights are back in South Torrance. Sleepy Hollow residents decorate their homes and front yards every holiday season with lights and other timely decor. The tradition dates back nearly 40 years when a resident named Bob Solomon saw a neighbor decorate their elm tree with lights and decided to do the same. He then asked more of his neighbors to join him. 39 years later, thousands of people drop by throughout December to admire the festive atmosphere. The lights will be up until January 1st, 2024, so stop by between 6 and 10 p.m. For more information and a map of the area, visit seasideholidaylights.com. And speaking of a festive atmosphere, the latest production from the Torrance Theater Company opens to a full house.
Miss Anne de Bourgh, daughter of the late Lady Catherine de Bourgh.
And Arthur's fiancée.
My what?
Your what? His what?
This is Miss Bennett, Christmas at Pemberley. It's a lot about sisterhood and friendship and falling in love. It's about belonging, it's about fitting in, and it's about not changing yourself to do so.
The whole story is based on the characters from Pride and Prejudice, but whether you know the show or not, the original novel doesn't really matter. You meet a bunch of people who are concerned with matters of family, of love, of romance, and ultimately a message of what it means to be your authentic self.
Yes, I don't know. I find myself worried for her.
I would love it if our audiences understood that families can be such a beautiful part of the holiday, even when they're stressful sometimes as well. And in this one, the family really learns to draw strength from each other.
Miss Bennett Christmas at Pemberley runs through Saturday, December 23rd. All shows are already sold out, but there is some good news. Due to popular demand, the Torrance Theater Company is adding a 7 p.m. show on Sunday, December 17th. For information or to purchase tickets, call the theater box office at 424-243-6882. During this holiday season, the Torrance Police Department is letting the community know that there will be additional officers on patrol looking for motorists suspected of driving under the influence. Officers say that drunk driving is a problem on our nation's roads every day, but it is more prevalent during the holidays. During the month of December from 2017 to 2021, there were more than 4,500 people killed in drunk driving related crashes. TPD reminds us that impaired driving can also include prescription medication, over-the-counter drugs, and marijuana. They urge anyone who intends to celebrate to plan ahead and arrange for a safe and sober ride home. Road work along a stretch of Anza Avenue in South Torrance is continuing to cause some delays this week. The northbound right lane between 234th Street and 236th Street is closed through Friday, December 8th. The work is part of a project conducted by the West Basin Municipal Water District to install a recycled water main. Public Works representatives suggest finding alternate routes during this time. To stay on top of this and other projects and to get a better idea of the detours, go to torranceca.gov/traffic impacts. This week's episode of Candid Conversations features part 2 of our interview with former Torrance City Manager Leroy Jackson. In this episode, Jackson talks about 5 major ways Torrance has changed over the last 50 years.
If you look at the open fields in 51, you'd swear you were looking at Iowa or the Midwest. It's open fields and small farms for all the community. Within a 10, 15-year period, almost to when I arrived, those were closed out as housing tracts came in, one after another. And the population of Torrance ran from 24,000 to 130,000 within a decade.
You can listen to the full conversation with Jackson or check out one of our archived episodes at torranceca.gov/candidconversations. The Torrance Refining Company will conduct its monthly community alert siren test tomorrow at 11:30 a.m. You may hear a siren tone followed by an all-clear chime. It's something our city does together with the Torrance Refining Company to prepare for an actual emergency. For more information, call 310-212-1852. Still ahead, it's Technology Tuesday, and if you're wondering what happens when you cross artificial intelligence with some of Santa's elves, we'll share the answer when we come back in 60 seconds. At the end of every episode of Torrance Today, we want to share a positive story that fits the theme for the day. On this Technology Tuesday, holiday shopping gets a lot easier thanks to help from AI technology and some of Santa's elves.
One horse open sleigh.
Happy holidays!
Happy holidays!
I had a couple issues with shopping for my dad, and with the use of AI, they were able to generate like a couple of suggestions that they're able to tell me, and I had no idea what to expect, but it boiled down to getting him like a Coach wallet, which I think that definitely kind of suits like his personality. So I was definitely it was surprising, but at the same time, definitely worth my time. I have a better idea what to shop for.
I go around the mall talking to different customers, asking them what the gift that they're looking for, and if they don't know the gift they're looking for, we use this beautiful AI tool here to help them find that gift. So I ask a couple questions, I'll load it into my system, and I can send you to the exact store that you can find the perfect gift for whoever you're shopping for today. We are playing games with kids, we're having snowball fights, we're singing carols, we're chatting with all the people of Torrance at the Del Amo Fashion Center. So I don't know, we're having so much fun and getting to spread holiday spirit and joy to everyone here.
The Del Amo Fashion Center is one of only 2 Simon properties in the country featuring the Holiday Helper Elves. The elves will be on site from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. every weekend through December 23rd. Well, that's our show for today. Let us know if you have a positive story to tell by emailing us at torrancetoday@torranceca.gov. Thank you for joining us. We'll see you back here tomorrow with more news from and for our Torrance community. Have a good day.